Madeline, they'll love it. That's right, everybody, a scavenger hunt. Oh, come on, they really are great fun. Now, don't everybody be a wet blanket. We had these all the time when we were kids.
We had measles, too.
Yeah. Look, Courtney, I mean, maybe you and Madeline had a lot of fun with these games back east, but I mean, this side of the family, we don't really go for them that much.
Ted, you just don't remember. Right, Madeline?
Oh, well, yes, Ted. I mean, you were very young, but you were there along with Mason and Eden and Kelly and, oh, yes, poor Channing.
No, I remember them. It's just the part about them being any fun.
Well, then we're just going to have to remind you. Now, come on, everybody. Let's get into the spirit of it. Once we get organized, it will be a blast.
Well, anything to pump a little life into this dead carcass of an evening, huh?
I hope that's not meant as a personal slur.
Oh, Mason, you would know if it was, because I would be very direct about telling you just how small of you it was to tell poor Santana that you were too good to marry her.
Only your husband had the guts I had.
Please, let's all just get organized.
Well, I guess we're a little late. The wedding's been called off.
What?
There's no details. He just told me that Mason made an announcement and that it's not going to happen.
But why?
I guess Mason's the one to ask about that.
I don't believe it.
Well, aren't you lucky you didn't get to the altar with him? And aren't I? Okay, listen, maybe we should talk to Mason, huh? And I wonder where Santana is.
Oh, poor Santana. She must be feeling humiliated. What in the world could have possessed him?
I don't know, but I think we should blow this party off. We'll go back to our new home and we'll concentrate on us.
All right. You know what? I'd like to find Santana and make sure she's all right. Do you mind?
No, of course not. I suppose we should say something to Mason, huh? Though I don't know what it is.
Well, listen, I'm going to look for Santana. Why don't you sit down? I think you could use the rest, all right?
Good idea.
Okay.
Would you all excuse me for a moment?
Mason, you can't go now. We're just about to pick sides.
Oh, I never choose sides, Courtney. God made me impartial. I intend to stay that way.
Mason, the only reason we are doing this is to try to help people forget about what you did earlier. The least you can do is participate.
Don't try to cheer me up, Madeline. It depresses me.
Oh, obviously I'd forgotten just how truly impossible he is.
Well, don't say I didn't tell you so.
The only thing that's impossible around here is trying to get organized. Are all Californians so lethargic, Madeline?
Excuse me, we call that laid back.
All right, look, maybe we should just drop it. Maybe you and I have jet lag.
No, let's not drop it. No, come on. We decided that we were going to get this party going again, and that's exactly what we're going to do. With or without cooperation.
Santana?
Mary. What are you doing down here?
Well, I thought maybe Santana was hiding down here.
I thought you weren't coming to this shindig.
Well, I wasn't, but Mark was released from the hospital, and he wanted to come to show his respect.
Well, how nice of him. I'm sorry the show couldn't go on.
Mason, what happened? I mean, they said that you called it off.
Yeah, that's what I told everybody. I'd like for you to know the truth, though.
And what's that?
Santana got a better offer from the man she loves, so she took it. With my blessing, I hasten to add. Couldn't let a little thing like a wedding get in the way of true love.
Dear Cruz, Kirk and I were married today, and I feel as if I'm sitting here in the ruins of my life. I did what I thought was best, what I had to do, and perhaps someday I'll be able to explain why. Meanwhile, I feel as if I've destroyed 3 lives, And I don't know whether I'll ever be able to live with that.
Excuse me. Is this the 8:30 plane to Miami that's boarding now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me if a gentleman by the name of Cruz Castillo has boarded yet?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't have that information.
Look, it's very important. He's my fiancé, and I've got to stop him before he leaves.
Oh, all right. Why don't you go ahead and board the plane and see if you see him? You've got about 10 minutes before takeoff.
Thank you.
Here, give this to the stewardess at the door, and she'll let you in.
Oh, yes, thanks.
The owner of a blue Mercedes sedan, license number 6.
Could you help me, please?
Yes, sir.
Well, I feel a little stupid about this. My wife is expected back from Hawaii tonight in a flight, and I've forgotten what the flight number is. Could you check that for me?
Of course. What's her name, sir?
Eden. Eden Cranston.
They took Brandon out before the announcement, so he doesn't know about Santana and Cruz. He wouldn't understand anyway.
Mason, why is it that you let everybody think that you canceled it?
Oh, I don't know. Being jilted was a little more humiliation than I think I could stand in front of my father and my supercilious cousins.
I guess I owe you an apology.
You do? You'll pay up.
I was thinking really awful thoughts about you when I heard that you canceled the wedding.
I'm the most misunderstood man in Santa Barbara. Maybe in the world.
Mason, I think it was a wonderful thing you did and a courageous thing, what you tried to do for Santana, and I think you're being a real good sport about it now.
Didn't really have much choice. It's either step aside gracefully or get trampled in the rush.
Look, you can make light of it if you want, but I know better.
You didn't before. You said you were thinking terrible thoughts.
Well, I was, but I tend to jump to conclusions.
It's all right. Your apologies accepted.
Anyway, in the long run, I think it's probably the best thing.
Knew you'd find a silver lining. What is it?
Mason, I don't think this marriage would have given you the happiness that you deserve. And I want that for you. I really do.
Now all we have to do is to pick teams and get someone to make out the list of things for us to find.
Well, people are leaving, Courtney. Maybe we should have locked all the doors, you know. Oh, Dr. McCormick, you and your wife will play, won't you?
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, but I really just got out of the hospital. I really should go home and rest this evening.
Really? You certainly look fit. Who else?
Let's just face it. I mean, no one's too hot on the idea. I mean, including me.
Oh, come on, Teddy. Now, where's the little boy who was the life of the party?
The little boy of the life of the party is burned out.
Oh, come on, Teddy, you simply must play. You can be on the team with Madeline and I. Oh, but then we're still going to have one person short. And there's anything that we can do to help.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't think this is your kind of game.
Oh, I apologize for my sister. Of course you can play. You two can be on team number 2.
Thanks.
What's a scavenger hunt anyhow?
You see what I mean?
A scavenger hunt is when we have teams who are sent out with a list of things to find and to bring back. You know, silly little fun things.
Circus elephants. You know, silly little fun things.
No, we'll keep the small things.
Well, maybe we can put a convalescing doctor on our list.
Down, dear.
Well, I do have a new wife. I'm not sure what she'd say.
See, there you go.
Newly married. Isn't that sweet?
Oh, and here she is now.
Well, Mark, it's good to see you up and around. Sorry you made a wasted trip.
Thank you. It's nice just to be out in the world again. Mary, dear, I'd like you to meet two lovely ladies. This is Courtney Capwell and her sister Madeline.
Mary?
Yes, how do you do?
Nice to meet you.
It really is a pleasure to meet you. Cece has told me so many wonderful things about you. Congratulations on your marriage.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Courtney and Madeline are out here on a tour of the Western Aborigines.
Mason, don't be a pain. Now, come on. The hunt has begun and we've picked our teams. We need you to be the judge and to make up the lists. Now, make them small and manageable, okay?
How about underwear from a perfect stranger?
Oh, don't be silly. Nobody's perfect.
Speak for yourself. All right, how about a suitable wife for me? That would have long-range benefits for everyone.
Well, I think we should restrict it to things we can find on this planet.
Mason, I'm available.
Thank you, Heather, but this job requires a woman with nerves of steel, not a heart of gold.
Excuse me. I need to get a message to Kurt Cranston. He's here someplace at the reception.
I haven't seen Mr. Cranston, and I don't much think there's going to be a reception because there wasn't a wedding either.
What? No wedding?
Thank you, Mother.
You're welcome.
Is it true?
What, Gina?
I just heard that the wedding's been called off. Is that the truth?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. So if you bought old shoes and rice, you can just take them home and stir-fry them. The festivities have been indefinitely postponed.
What happened?
I'm not sure myself anymore.
Santana would never have called off the wedding, not with Brandon at stake. That means you must have. I don't know what changed your mind, but thank you for giving me a second chance.
Believe me, Gina, your happiness was the farthest thing from my mind. What do you think about a lobster trap as a scavenger item?
I can't believe Gina would actually show up here tonight.
Is that the infamous Gina DeMott? I mean, the woman that Cece married and divorced inside a year?
That's her.
Ooh, we've got to meet her. Come on, Teddy, make yourself useful. Let's
No, I'm not gonna.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Did you happen to find Santana?
No, I didn't, but I came to the realization, Mark, that what happened tonight is between Mason and Santana, and I'm not going to take sides. Speaking of which, are we really going to get involved in a scavenger hunt?
No. No, frankly, I'd rather go back home. We'll go to our own home, and then we can start our honeymoon, which is long overdue. What do you say?
And our dynamic duo, Courtney and Madeline.
So nice to meet you.
I'm delighted to meet you. You can imagine all the things we've heard about you.
I bet I can.
You know, I heard that you were also from the East Coast.
I'm from Atlantic City originally.
New Jersey. Oh, dear, I don't think we know anyone in New Jersey, do we, Court? Oh, the Nixons. Yes, of course.
I'm sorry, Mason, but I'm going to have to run. Thanks again. So nice meeting you lovely ladies. You should actually introduce them to some of your other friends. I'm sure you'd all have a lot in common.
Make that one for the lady from New Jersey.
Well, she is attractive.
Well, I think she's a perfect match for CC. Can't imagine why he ever divorced her.
Passenger E. Anderson, please pick up a white courtesy boat. Passenger E. Anderson, please pick up a white courtesy boat. Last call, flight 46, departing from Seattle, baggage free.
Sorry, Mr. Cranston. I have no reservation for Mrs. Cranston on any flights from Hawaii tonight. There was a reservation for her for tomorrow morning, but she canceled it.
Oh, yes.
I know. She might have caught an earlier flight out and you missed her there.
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what must have happened. Well, thank you for your trouble.
You're quite welcome, sir.
Today you gave my letters back to me, and I found myself wishing you had read them in spite of what I said. I think not making love to you that night at the cabin was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Hey, Julia! Yes, you sure are a sight for sore fingers.
It's just the kind of compliment I needed, thanks.
Come on, sit yourself down. Come on, down. I'll treat you to a dozen oysters on the house. How's this sound?
Think I'll just have a cold drink.
Right. Do you want some Rhine wine with the oysters? Now, that is paradise. Very good. Yes.
My, you're in a cheerful mood this evening. How come?
Just plain old joie de vivre. Glad to be alive and not afraid to admit it.
Brother.
What's the matter? How come you're so down in the dumps?
I'm living with my sister. Need I say more?
No. Augusta is working you over.
No, she's just being herself. Now that she's a single woman, she's holding on to me like grim death.
I'm sorry about this.
You know, that's why I was living in Phoenix. I was trying to get away from my family.
Well, it's very easy. Why don't you tell her? I mean, you know her well enough by now. Square things away.
No, she needs me now, really, and that's not the worst of it anyway.
It's not the worst of it.
I got a telegram from Jack Lee's partner in Washington. They want me to take on a criminal case for them. I cannot believe that they have the nerve to ask me to do that.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. I will personally fly out there and square things away in Washington. Would that make you feel a little better? In fact, to expedite matters, I will beat up his son here in Santa Barbara. I mean, I think the Kirkers could use a couple of good rabbit punches. What do you think?
Yeah. No, don't do that. I'm in enough trouble in my life already. Which brings up another issue.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl, you won't tell anybody what Mason said about me, will you?
Hey, they don't call me the unshaven Sphinx for nothing.
Hey. You know, what you said to me the other night really made me feel a lot better about myself than I had in a long time.
Hey, you needed to drop that case. They were gonna hurt your parents, right? Now, don't you move a muscle. I'll be right back. Voilà, mademoiselle, oysters avec du vin.
Now that looks wonderful.
Yeah, and catch the bouquet in that van, man.
You sure know how to build up my appetite.
Yeah, it's like the poet says, if food be the music of love, eat on.
Yeah, let's go. Here's, share it with me.
Well, look who's here.
What's the matter? Don't they allow you in the elevator anymore?
I like the exercise, Gina. What about you?
I got tired waiting for it.
Well, nice running into you.
Now, wait a minute. I've talked to you. Everything's changed.
Everything. Like what?
Mason's not going through with his marriage to Santana, which means she isn't going to get Brandon after all.
Oh, well, you're still in trouble, lady. Once Eden finds that last bit of evidence, she is still going to turn you over to the police, Gina. How do you know all this anyway?
I just came from there. Apparently Mason's called the whole thing off.
Oh, at least I won't be late for the ceremony. Was Cruz up there?
No, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. I mean, after all, you and I have both seen Cruz in town. Well, Eden's still in Hawaii, isn't she?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
What does I don't know generally mean to you, Gina? I don't know!
You don't have to yell at me.
Yes, I do. You are driving me crazy. What are you doing here anyway? You certainly weren't an invited guest.
I came to find you. You see, I've got this idea for our plan tomorrow. Something that'll get us ironclad alibis.
Oh?
And I think we should just wait on the whole thing, though. I think you better destroy that note you left for Eden.
Now, are you running this show now? Is that it?
Well, I have a pretty big say in it, wouldn't you think?
Well, if you want to talk about this, we're not going to do it here.
All right. Take me for lunch somewhere.
Don't be ridiculous. I just don't want somebody to come waltzing down through here.
Where are we going?
Just a little change of venue. Come on.
Well, the plane's ready for takeoff, and we haven't had any word from Mr. Castillo. He must have changed his mind.
Yes, I hope so. Well, thank you very much for your help.
Goodbye.
Final boarding for flight 36 to Seattle, gate 3. Passengers holding boarding passes for flight 36 to Seattle.
He's home. Did you read it all?
No. I just read the others.
That one's the last one. It says I don't know how much longer my marriage is going to be staying together. I realized what I feel isn't going to go away ever. I didn't originally plan for you to see those letters, and if you're angry with me, I don't blame you. But I have been lying for months. I've been saying one thing and feeling another. And so I've come to a decision, Cruz. And I wanted to see you. I came back from Hawaii. No one knows I'm here except you. Cruz. When you came to Hawaii and you told me that you'd given up on us, I felt like my world had ended. There was an emptiness in me that was more awful than anything I've ever experienced before. And I realized one thing, that I can't live without you. And whoever gets hurt, I'm sorry, but I will do anything you want me to. It can be in secret if you want, or I'll leave Kirk if that's what you want. Anything. I love you, Cruz.
Just too many things that can go wrong, Kirk. I mean, what if Eden is with Cruz? Don't you think she'll think it's strange if she wakes up in the morning and finds a note telling her to meet him?
Gina, just let me worry about the mechanics of this, all right? I will make that note look as though it's just arrived. She's just going to think that he wants to see her again. Look, all he has to do is crook his little finger and she is running after him. I don't think she's going to question at all that he wants to see her.
Poor Kirk. It must be terrible to be so consumed by jealousy.
Don't worry about my problems. You have enough to keep you busy, Gina. Time is of the essence right now.
I think we better postpone everything.
What? No, wait, look, conceivably, Cruz and Eden may have that little piece of evidence already. And tomorrow they just intend to turn you over to the police, Gina. Every moment matters at this time.
What could that evidence be? I mean, if Eden's found everything that you told me she has, the wig, the dress, the notebook, what left is there to find?
You have a really short memory, don't you? You were there when Eden told me that all she needed was one last piece to this puzzle.
That was a phone call you made to Eden. Now, how do I know who you were really calling? Maybe it was a pizza party.
All right, fine, Gina, but okay, fine. But if you are going to turn on me at this point and start mistrusting me, then just count me out, all right? You take your whole plan to the police and see what they have to say about it.
Wait a minute. I think you've been planning this every step of the way and directing every conversation you and I have until you finally got me exactly where you want me, don't you?
Truthfully, no. Where I really want you is in Siberia, Gina, and out of my hair.
But you don't want to pull the trigger yourself any more than I do you?
It's not a matter anymore of what we want to do. It's what we have to do. And there is no more time for mincing around through this, Gina. Now, are you going to do it or not? Well?
I just hate this.
You and Mark getting ready to leave?
Yeah.
Of course. It's your wedding night, isn't it? I know how anxiously you've both been waiting. Funny, it was supposed to be my wedding night, too. Life seldom holds to an expected course, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Mary, you ready?
Sorry you have to leave so soon, Mark.
Oh, yeah, well, so am I, but it's my first day out of the hospital. I'm feeling a little wobbly.
I know. Feeling a little wobbly myself.
Well, Mary, you ready?
Yeah, I am. Night, Mason.
Yeah. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Really? Well, this is quaint. Teddy, are you sure we're going to be able to find a lobster trap in this place?
Yeah, at this hour, I mean, it's got to be it.
Look, we have one more item on the list that's left, and then we can go back and win.
All right, okay, let me go find Buzz and see if he's got one. You guys just stay here and wait for me.
Okay. All right, don't be long. I won't. Oh, I know I'm going to stick to this seat.
Madeline, what on earth do you think that Mason meant by this last item?
Huh? Just what it said. A refined European butler. Well, the house could use one.
I think he just wants us to stay out all night looking.
Oh, no, we'll just pick up an emigre somewhere. There must be an all-night foreign employment agency somewhere.
Oh, Madeline, get real.
No, look, I've got a better idea. We'll just find someone and turn him into a refined European butler. I mean, all it takes is subservience, and most men are born with an abundance of that.
Except your husband. And I wish you would have come along with us so that he could have reined you in a little.
Well, he certainly would have tried, wouldn't he? Well, look, the butler would be easy. Pick out any man in this place. Any man in this place, I guarantee you I'll turn him into a butler within, 15 minutes?
Madeline, you're not Pygmalion, and it isn't nice going around playing with other people's lives.
Courtney, I'm having fun. There's no harm in that. Now, come on, pick out someone. Anyone. The next person who comes by. Okay, come on.
Okay. But he has to go willingly. You can't bulldoze him into it.
All right.
Well, here he is.
Well, it is a scavenger hunt.
Bonsoir, mes amis. Ooh la la. If your expensivenesses will wait un momento, I will be back to take your order. N'est-ce pas?
Courtney, Like the Royal Mounties, I think we got our man. Oh, Madeline, really?
I prayed for this.
But please don't tell me that I don't matter to you anymore.
I think telling you that was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I can't do this.
What is it? Is it because of what I tried to do to my father?
No, I'll never believe you did that as long as I live.
Is it Kirk? Look, Cruz, I know you don't believe in divorce, but I don't care. I'm starting my life over again. All I need for you to do is forgive me and want me back.
I wanted you to say that more than anything in the world.
I'm saying it now.
But I don't believe this. If it was just Kirk, I would never, ever let you go. But it's not. And I can't break up a family. I don't think you can either.
Talking about my father, he won't like it, but he'll get used to it. And as for the rest of them, it's my life. It's not theirs. I can live it any way I want.
I'm not thinking about your father or your brothers or your sister.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your baby.
My what?
You're pregnant, Eden. You're going to have Kirk's child.
Mark, what's this?
Oh, just something I had delivered. I'm glad it got here.
For me? You didn't have to do that.
Hey, wait a minute. We are about to enter our new home for the first time as husband and wife.
That's right.
You know, I wish I could carry you across the threshold, but give me another week and I'll carry you anywhere you want.
I just might hold you to that. So what's in here anyway?
Well, try unwrapping it and find out.
Mark, this is embarrassing. I didn't get you anything.
Listen, Mary, I know I haven't been much of a husband laying in a hospital bed all this time, but from now on, I'm going to shower you with so much love and so much attention that you won't ever know how you manage without me.
I'm already beginning to wonder. Mark.
You like it?
Oh, Mark. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I tried very hard to find something that was, tasteful. That's it. Did I fail miserably?
Oh, no. Oh, not at all. It's perfect. I just love it. I really do, and I love you for giving it to me. Thank you.
I love you too, man. Hey, I know it's a little early, but would you try it on for me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Madeline, the joke has gone far enough.
Yeah, the tears are running down my cheeks.
$1,000, Miss. What did you say your name was?
Got it.
Oh, Pearl.
I got it.
Okay.
Pearl. Hey, man, to act like a butler, you're going to pay me $1,000.
For one night only,
Hey,
Mr.
Fedora,
Pearl.
how you doing, man? Come on, give me five. Yes. These ladies, they with you?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. Look, let's go. All right, I got you.
No, wait a minute. Here is the last item on our list, our refined European butter. I am prepared to clean him up, make him presentable, and pay him $1,000 in the bargain. Now, you can hardly call that exploitation of the masses.
No, I call it rubbish.
You actually
Madeline.
know this man, do you know him?
Yeah, Pearl, man, he works here. These are my cousins. This is Madeline and Courtney.
Madeline Courtney, it's a pleasure, Your Highnesses.
Yes, well,
It's a pleasure.
a pearl in the rough, I'd say. But he's going to be divine.
Wait, Madeline, excuse me, Mason is just being Mason. There's no way I'm going to butler tonight, so let's just take this and skip the butler.
No, what are you, crazy? He is our pièce de résistance. Oh, goodness sakes, I apologize for my sister. Please pay no attention to her.
Can I pay attention to you instead?
Look, well, it's quite obvious that my work is going to be cut out for me. Can you give me... Hey, you. Can you please give me some facsimile of an English accent?
Oh, by all means, my lady. May I suggest some kippers and herring and bangers and mash? Where is Henry Higgins?
Mr. Pearl, this is very serious business. I will expect you to follow my directions very carefully if you expect to get paid. Do you understand?
Well, do you think that I could be as good as you when I'm done?
Mr. Brill, I'm a very good teacher, but a miracle worker I am not. Thank heavens we only have to make him believable for one night. Then you are on your own.
Well, you know, you rich people are really very funny. We had games.
Yeah. Well, we don't play them very nicely, Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline, joke's a joke.
Oh, come on. Look, he might even be able to get a better job when I'm finished with him. If you're going to look at it that way, then I'm really performing an act of charity.
Excuse me. Earl, may I have a word with you?
Oh, sure, lady.
Oh, hello. Excuse me, please.
Excuse me, your ladyship, please.
Madeline, you are acting absolutely absurd.
Oh, come on. People like that aren't sensitive. Besides, I'm having an awfully good time.
Why are you taking that kind of rubbish from them? Do you need that much money?
Yeah, well, I think what I need is to teach her a lesson in ethics. How's that?
Yeah, you do. Fortunately, she's a little too much like Augusta. Take my word for it and don't get her wrong.
No, come on, Julie. I've known people like this all my life. Now, she thinks that I'm nothing but an ignorant working-class slob who's gonna bark like a seal for a buck, huh? Maybe you do, too. You know, maybe I need to teach both of you a lesson here. That's right.
I don't do anything of the kind. I detest people who treat people like that.
Yeah, well, I should certainly notice you go out of your way to avoid being seen with me in public. Isn't that right, Julia?
I do not. That's not true.
I sure remember doing a lot of asking, and you do a lot of refusing.
I refuse you because I don't know anything about you.
That's right, and don't you forget it. You don't know me at all. Now, I'm gonna go teach that high-toned bimbo a lesson in etiquette. Watch this. Okay, ladies. One high-class English butler. Come right up.
Oh,
Case of the deal.
Wonderful. You will get your check when you are finished with the job. Now, first of all, I guess we have to make you look the part. Teddy, can you wake up your tailor?
Well, I don't have a tailor.
Oh, well, we need a tuxedo. Very good. Come on.
No, we're not using my tuxedo.
Oh, come on. This is all for a very good
forget it.
cause.
I'm not... Oh, Mary.
Trembling. You cold?
No.
It's all right, Mary. Well, I think you were right.
About what?
Oh, I'm a lot more tired than I thought I was. I'm so tired, I don't even want to take my clothes off. But, would you lie down next to me until I fall asleep?
Well, sure. Mark?
Yeah.
You're so nice.
Pregnant?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I've been careful. I told Kirk that I wanted to have his child, but I was lying. You read that in the letters. It's not possible. Who told you this?
Your father told me after the doctor told him.
Daddy?
Wait a minute, are you saying that this is impossible?
No. You know, I knew I didn't feel right. But I thought I thought that maybe I didn't bounce back from the accident as quickly. I'm pregnant.
Your father really enjoyed telling me. And for some reason he told Santana.
Well, then why didn't someone tell me? You knew about it when you came to Hawaii, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't somebody tell me? Oh, because you wanted me to feel that your feelings had really changed, right?
My feelings have changed. Not my love for you. I will always love you, but the hope I had that we might still have a future together, that's gone. I had myself convinced that your marriage was nothing more than a piece of paper, even. Obviously, it's become a lot more than that, and I could never take a child from its father. I think the reason Cece didn't tell you is that he wanted to make sure that the baby wasn't mine first.
It should have been. It should have been our baby.
God knows it should have been, but it's not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. I love you, and I want to be with you.
Nice work, girls,
Thank
except
you.
for what you've done to Ted. I'm ashamed.
Yes, well, are we the winners or aren't we?
I'm sorry, ladies. The other team has already won and gone.
No, that's impossible. I see an item that's missing that we have. Pearl?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I offer you a glass of bubbly, your worship?
I seldom refuse champagne, but what is all this? You some sort of serving robot? How'd they talk you into this, Pearl?
Sir, with all due respect, I'm most inclined to help scavengers.
Last item on your list, Mason? A refined European butler? I'll bet the other team didn't find one, huh?
Oh, Madeline, I love this. I said refined European butter. Butter, not butler. You see? Maybe I forgot to cross the T.
And you mean I dragged this thing all the way from the waterfront? Oh.
Madeline, stop
Horrible.
it. I'm really sorry about all this mix-up.
Oh, come on. Well, it's been a short day's night. Look, somebody give him $20 and, well, you better keep the tuxedo. And guess we won't be needing your services any longer.
Oh, that's all right. I guess you won't be needing this any longer either.
Mr. Pearl, wait, please wait.
It's not Mr. Pearl, it's Pearl.
Look, I am really sorry about this entire night. I'm ashamed of how we've treated you, and I want you to take this check still that we promised.
Well, this?
Yes.
No thanks. Actually, you know something? I should be paying you. All I had to do was put on an accent and a suit, whereas your sister there, she showed everybody what she's really like underneath. A selfish, stupid snob. That's what she is.
I know. But she really didn't mean any harm, honestly. Oh, Pearl, I wish you'd take this check. Please, you deserve it.
You want to know something? I never intended to take that. Not the money.
You didn't?
No. Niente.
Well, then why did you agree to it in the first place? Maybe the baby is Kirk's, but I want you. I want to be with you.
You don't understand. That can't happen. That can't happen.
Stop always being so sure about what's right. You're not infallible.
That's true.
Look, Kirk, he thinks that you and I are having an affair. So let's just let it be so. Let him go on thinking it's happening, and it'll be true this time. I need you. Cruz, I'll let Kirk think that the child is yours, not his. Don't you know how I feel? Tell me it's not too late. It is, isn't it? Dear God, what's happened to us?
I just want to get away from this place and away from you.
You can't back out, Chica. We're in this together. We are going through this together.
Why can't we just wait and find out exactly what Eden's up to first?
Because we can't wait that long. I am not about to sit around and wait, end up raising Cruz and Eden's illegitimate children.
What?
Well, Eden doesn't know it, but the birth control pills she's been taking are only placebos.
You must be very desperate to give Cece a grandchild if you're willing to go to that length.
Never mind about me, Gina. Just remember, you are going to do just what I tell you to do. All right? No excuses, no more delays. Eden dies tomorrow.
Eden? Santana.
You didn't take the flight to Miami.
What?
You missed the flight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I called off the wedding. Mason and I called it off. I couldn't go through with it.
What, you didn't get married?
No. I couldn't let you just walk out of my life. Having Brandon in my life is something I've always dreamed of. I couldn't let it go just because it wasn't going to turn out the way I imagined it. Oh, well, when I learned that you missed your flight, I packed a bag. I thought that if you still wanted me, we could drive to Ensenada. My cousin Diego, he's a priest. You could marry us tomorrow.
I don't really...
I know what you're thinking. I promise you that I will never, ever change my mind again. So if you still want all the love that I have for you, and a life with me, it's yours.
Yeah, I want that.
Oh, so do I.
No. I won't let you go. I won't.
Авторы сценария Бриджит Добсон, Джером Добсон.